side. I don't think he hit a single. That's right. That is absolutely correct. Will was absolutely like the collision detection 25. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best.
The commercial.
That's a big bad choke slam. Absolutely.
First hour will be commercial free.
What is this?
As we go
the
through
hell?
this. So stick
This
around.
cheating
Enjoy
BS.
The lovely.
I thought Kayla was the only
The
one with
last time we had
supernatural
Evolution
moves.
on, and we'll see you back here in a couple minutes.
Oh no, it's an OBS thing, sir. I gotta figure out something that's causing it. So quick cover. No, it got blocked. Oh, there's a knockout shot if I ever seen one. But Kayla right back on her feet. She said nuts to that. Kayla getting a little vicious. Knockout shot possibly. And it works. Uh-oh, what do we got planned here? Brian, what are you doing? Oh my God, power bomb from the top. Straight into the cover. And Andre's not going to let that happen. Andre absolutely will. Wow. Look at that power of Fat Boy Brian here. Put off. Oh, Spine Buster. This could be it. Choke bomb. Kansas City, Missouri. Oh, fuck. This is not good. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Will hit a top rope move to the outside. I don't think he hit a single. That's right. That is absolutely correct. Will was absolutely like the collision detection 25. Don't get me wrong, it's not the best. That's a big bad choke slam. Absolute. What is this? The hell? This cheating BS. I thought Kayla was the only one with supernatural moves. Oh no, it's Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight. It is
Super kick.
Super kick!
Let go! Let go!
Third! Super kick party! Yeah, pay the money for that. Yes! This life is going great! Let's go!
She's healthy.
Let's go!
Is she healthy?
Yeah!
Apparently she's back.
Hey, yo, and away we go. My God, it's been way too long since I've been able to say that. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to the AEW Dynamite / Collision Sidecast. We got a double dip tonight, sort of. 2 hours of one of the other, lining things up as per usual. Great seeing everybody here today. Thank you for popping back in. I know I've been off for a week. For those that have been in the Discord, I explained it a little bit more clearly there than I have on socials because I really don't want to bring it up a whole lot. But long story short, I've had bronchitis for about 2 weeks now. And last week it just got me big time, right on the, basically on the ribs of the stomach right now. And basically they thought I had kidney stones. So every time I cough, I'd end up getting a pain in my side. So it's just like, no, we're not going to stream that. That's going to be gross for everybody. But no, we're here now. The cough is mostly gone. If I go a couple times during the stream, forgive me. Hey, Zodiac, good to see you here. But I will say this. Because I was coughing so hard, I literally have a Cody Rhodes Hell in a Cell bruise right on my abdomen. So the next couple weeks, I got to be a little careful here. So hopefully it doesn't turn into anything more. But great to have everybody here tonight. I just want to get that out in the open, let everybody know what's going on here. And just thank you for your patience, everybody, for the week off I inadvertently had to take here. We got everything lined up to get right back into where we need to going forward here. But including tonight's episode of Evolution, immediately following the 3-hour broadcast tonight from AEW. We're going to have the Blue Shell Battle Club, Ophelia Payne and Snow Penguin, taking on my personal protectors, Lux and Lager, Vivian Sinclair and Morgan Cross in women's tag action. We're going to have Andre C in action against Jupiter Rising. And in our main event, in a BPW World Title Eliminator, it's going to be AWS taking on the world champ, Walker Pipe Guy. Walker's got 15 minutes to beat him, or AWS gets a title shot. Straight up. So, but we'll talk more about that as the show goes on here. I'll keep it up until the show starts here, but tonight's going to be a very interesting night. They just announced a couple extra matches tonight. The Bang Bang Gang and the Young Bucks against the Death Riders and the Dogs. So I don't know what numbers we're looking at. This very well could be a 6-on-6 tag. We're also looking at Jamie Hayter and Sky Blue got announced for the third hour tonight. We also have, of course, Kevin Knight, Darby Allin for the world title. We're getting a double Jeopardy match between Dax Harwood and Orange Cassidy. The winner gets a shot at the losers' titles, which I got a feeling it's probably going to be Dax winning it so that Tommaso can get in there for that trios title match. And yeah, we got Staten Hikaru versus Harley and Mina in a, I don't know who's going to be face, who's going to be heel, who did what to Tony match. And let's figure out what the frick is going on all together here. But yeah, just a lot of things going down this week. And yeah, like I think the biggest thing going down this week is all the releases once again. With the MFTs, contracts essentially running out, and the New Day just being asked to take a pay cut. They said, go buck yourself. Hey, Nat, it's good to see you today. Yeah, I'm back finally. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, they are actually going to start the show off with a 10-bell salute to Ted Turner, who just passed today. Who would have known? On the same day, we get the passing of billionaire Ted, and we get Star Fox coming back to the Switch 2. If you guys didn't hear, there was just a random direct that just dropped literally minutes ago where they announced a brand new Star Fox game coming out at the end of June here. So, would be nice if it, I think they're fleshing out the story mode a little bit more. So, so Star Fox Sony Edition? Possibly. You know, here's a hot take for you folks, and feel free to chime in here. If it wasn't for Ted Turner, I don't think we'd have wrestling today. If Ted Turner did bring in wrestling originally when he did, I don't think WWF gets pushed. I don't think we get in the position here where even if WCW goes belly up the way they do, it still means that fans want to get an alternative. Ted Turner was one of the craziest mofos around that absolutely loved wrestling.
There is one man who knows this better than anyone else. In 1987, he arrived the studios at TBS, and since that time, he has become one of the faces of what wrestling means to TBS.
Ric Flair?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sting.
Oh, Sting's here. Okay. No entrance music. Good. I'm glad Sting's just coming out. And I think Sting is actually the perfect... Ted Turner, no WCW, no Monday Night Wars? Yeah, no, exactly. It's all about opportunity, right? Like, it's even with TK right now. If you didn't get the opportunity to get a TV deal on TBS, yeah, I know it's a different group, but if you didn't get any TV time, it ain't even worth being around. By the way, Styles, good to see you here tonight.
Sting, we both knew Ted Turner very, very well. He was a big part of
Yeah.
you and I being together for all these years.
Well, think about it. Sting is legit the one of the few that you could say is a true blue TBS wrestler.
Those you want to share with us. Can you imagine?
He eventually went over to the WWE after everything got shut down and turned out to be a horrible segment.
Who absolutely loved pro wrestling. I'm talking about right now the billionaire Ted. Big Ted. Big Ted. Yes.
Or are they going to bring up those stupid parodies?
Believe what he did for us. He was completely committed to us, devoted to us in every conceivable
Even when WCW was losing money, Ted insisted on giving him a prime spot.
would have their meetings with Ted. They'd say, Ted, we don't know about this whole pro wrestling thing. I think it's time to cut them off because we're always in the red. Ted would tell us that story, and then he'd say, I'd look at all of them and say, you wrestlers just keep on doing what you're doing because I got some deep pockets.
Nice.
And that's a shoot. That's actually what he said. Thank you.
He always found a way to get that money up eventually.
There wouldn't be a TNT title. There wouldn't be a Sting. There wouldn't be a Darby Allin. There wouldn't be a Tony Schiavone here tonight. You wouldn't be here tonight. So thank you once again.
Ted Turner recognized that there needed to be a change, a difference, something other than what was being presented on certain programs, right?
Turner Network Television Champion Kevin Knight. What a match to have in memory of Ted Turner here tonight. You got that right. First of all,
How did it fall into place like that? The TNT champ that represents Turner taking on Darby? I don't see the title changing hands. Oh, South Carolina. This works out perfect.
is going to wrestle for the world title tonight. The greatest tag partner that I ever had. And I'm also very thankful and grateful for a second all-in billionaire who wants to keep the ball rolling with AEW.
It's not about Tony Khan here. Come on. Calm down. Calm down.
Please notice when you see the Turner Network Television belt that Kevin Knight has and the Turner Broadcasting Systems belt that Willa Nightingale has, please notice the side plates are replicas of the studios in Techwood Drive where it all started, the Turner Techwood Mansions. And that's the way Tony Khan wanted it on the belts in honor of our past.
I love it. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, our thoughts go
By the way, just for the record, for people that are just showing up now, we will be here on Saturday night.
lives he took
It's going to be a shorter stream, of course, because there's only 1 hour of AEW.
of Dynamite and
It's going to be a very unique venue, though.
of the Maverick, Ted Turner.
Awkward asking the fuck ice crowd to cheer a billionaire. Yeah. Yeah. You also got to remember it's different circumstances, right? Not every billionaire is an asshole. Was that 10? Let's go to a commercial break right now, just to get it out of the system, and then we get back to wrestling, right? Fade to black. Nope, they're gonna use the open. Okay, that works. No, it's a mom mentality thing, right? It's no different than what people were chanting for Vince McMahon right after the allegations, right? When he came out. The fan on the left doesn't know what's going on, cheering like crazy, then it just keeps passing along, passing along, passing along. Oh, we're doing Mox and Juice first. So, if you guys weren't around on Saturday, Juice and Ace Austin ended up beating Garcia and Yuta in a tag match. It's one of those Juices at home, he gets the win at home deals. But all of a sudden he reminds Mox that, you know, I won. I need to be... Google. John Moxley. No, time to retire Mox? Nah. King Switch returns here? I would love it. If Robinson shows, or sorry, if Jay White shows up post-match, it would be amazing. Hey, Homer, good to see you here. Good to see everybody here once again as we're getting ready for our first match. If Killswitch comes back, it'll be... Oh. I saw the Colton return. It was absolutely beautiful. Watching the Guns come back. And the Guns are actually going to be on tonight. If you didn't get the note from Tony Khan earlier tonight. We're apparently getting a multi-person tag again. The Bang Bang Gang and the Bucks versus the Death Riders and... the Death Riders and the Dogs. Gotta love this shirt. The kind of shirt that you cannot wear anywhere. Guns up. As always. And yeah, Nats, I'm sorry I wasn't live. I talked about it earlier. If it makes you feel any better for my penance right now, the left side of my abdomen looks like Cody Rhodes' pec pre-hell in the cell right now. It's actually a little bit darker. So, according to my doc, I'll be living with that for a couple weeks here. So, the joys of coughing so hard that you hurt your insides. But this should be interesting here. Being an eliminator match the way that is, Gate Collision 9 out of 10 on Saturday, it was fairly solid. I watched the whole thing. I was actually flipping back and forth between about 3 games on Saturday, to be honest. It was an absolute great collision on Saturday. I do feel that the majority of the talk during the show would have been more about the releases, though, but... Hey, maybe Cuban's watching tonight. Oh, Bischoff giving out a post about Ted. Oh, the other match they announced for tonight, we're actually getting Kazuchika Okada taking on Brian Keith for the international title. So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if we see a few more, actually, Styles. TKO's looking to cut wherever they can. Like listening to Eric and Conrad? Yeah. I don't mind listening to them as long as their ego's out of the way. Sometimes you can tell when Eric's ego gets bruised that he has to go on the attack a little bit more than you would expect, right? Juice definitely looks rock hard right now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting now that we got a lot of stuff going through New Japan as well. If you guys didn't hear the news, Andrade El Idolo won the IWGP Global Championship. Basically their version of the international title from Yota Tsuji. So now El Idolo has a title and MJF doesn't. How you know? But yeah, the number of releases, like, top of that, what's with Ospreay wrestling in Japan but not cleared in America? He said per quote that he wasn't cleared to wrestle, period. But in New Japan, it's more one of those, you don't really need to be cleared to wrestle kind of deals. Basically, the easiest way to explain it is they don't consider it a essentially there's no regulatory boards, right? Idiotic for Tony. I think Ospreay's smart enough to know what he's able to do and not do, so. And it very well could be a kayfabe thing, right? Like, if he says he's not medically cleared to work in America, that means he doesn't have to work all the way to Double or Nothing. And Zodiac bring it up here. I want to see Satan Stardom or AEW ASAP. I got a feeling you're probably going to see her over at Stardom, and she'll be part of Forbidden. She may not be part of Forbidden Door because I think that's outside the time frame, but I think she'll definitely be at All In. Oh, here we go. Picture in picture. And Michael, thank you for the RIP Ted Turner. Yeah, it was a. I like how professional they tried to keep it to begin. Sting going to credit TK a little bit there. Just I didn't think it needed it, but I'm not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt the fact that it goes there. So someone has to pay the bills in the store. Robinson also Antonio. I'm sure their contracts are just fine right now. Just like Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker. I'm sure their bills are quite taken care of, even though they are opening their own business right now. And yeah, Logan, thank you for popping in here. Appreciate you. And yeah, I'm better. I don't want to say I'm great, but at least the bronchitis is gone, so I'm not sitting here coughing nonstop at you here. So to me, that's one of the biggest issues I had, right? Speedball versus AR. Okay, that sounds like a great collision match. I got to feel that'll be our second hour here. Oh, they're just throwing them up right now. Yeah, Brian Keith gets that international title shot. I like that. But I wonder if they're actually going to run it like they normally do, where the first 2 hours are Dynamite, so that they have to run... so we have to switch channels halfway through, right? It's probably that's the way it's going to be. Going to wait for the Elite Day to... I wonder. Well, Styles, if you're not familiar with how this works, for these 3 hour shows, technically it's 2 hours of Dynamite, 1 hour Collision. That's why we get the 1 hour Collision coming up on Saturday for the Fairway to Hell show. So essentially they run a Dynamite main event, make everybody in Canada change channels, and then you get to watch Collision for an hour. So... Fairway to Hell is a fantastic name, yeah. Sorry, just had to set up a recording that wasn't going on right now. So, if you... Yeah, Nats, one other thing about it. I guess TK is actually... He wants to make this a yearly thing. But the other thing he wants to do is during the day, he wants to have a charity golf tournament as part of it. With a Fairway to Heaven show. It's going to be interesting to see how many people actually watch. Like, I'll probably be watching exclusively the AEW show, and then we'll get into Backbreaker Pro right after. But remember, Backlash is going on at the exact same time, just a few miles up the road. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of numbers they get for a special one-off show for an hour. Plus, they also... Oh, God. Zero chance you're watching Backlash? I'm not going to doubt anybody to watch Backlash. Like, it might be the crowning of Jacob Fatu as a new world champion. And I do mean that because of with all these cuts that have been going on. It just miraculously, Roman being taken off the June schedule going into Saudi. Joe annoyed AEW. Pah, nah. What happened to Taz? They alternate weeks. They don't do every show. The color guys don't do the same shows every week. Like, they'll bring Danielson for a few, Taz for a few. Nigel will work both once in a while. Or they'll just literally work with two. Taz, Nigel, Ian Swan. Yeah, absolutely. Like, it depends who's available. And honestly, that third spot isn't as big of a deal at AEW as people really worry about it. They aren't as much of a fixed personality to the show. Like, when it comes to AEW, and I think we all can agree with this, it's about the wrestling, right? Like, But when it comes to a show that tells their story through the actual storytelling of the commentators, then you got to worry about who's a commentator for each show. When it's told mainly through the wrestling of the show, then you don't have to worry about it as much. Hook's match on oh yeah. I actually was very surprised that we got as good of a match with Hook and Kevin Knight that we got. Because let's face it, Hook hasn't been in the ring for a while. He's been running a lot of these vignettes. He's been essentially since Samoa Joe went on the shelf. Different styles. That's all it is. And I mean that literally, different styles. What I find with some of the matches just seem to be very formulaic, right? I think that's the best way to put it, formulaic. I'm not saying it's wrong, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's either way. It's a certain style that some people enjoy, and if they're going to enjoy it, enjoy it. It's just like we're here watching a banger of a match here between Juice and Mox. Now, that's the funny thing, like, especially with this Continental title that's been constantly being defended, it's as if you just don't even expect that, right? It's been like that for years. It's been like that for 30 years. Probably since the early 90s. That's why you like the Indies? Absolutely. Like, the Indies are the ultimate show of you never know what you're really going to get, right? And to me, that absolutely does make perfect sense. Oh, there's a Bulldog. Very smart move by Moxley. Don't let your opponent get to the ropes. Could you imagine if Robinson would be... Like, just out of the blue, you have a guy like Robinson get the fact that he lasts the 20 minutes. Like, I'm not even worried about getting the wholehearted victory. Just lasting the 20 minutes. Nah, Juice is out. Oh, even patted him on the head. Like, you did good, kid. You did good. Like, Moxley just simply blowing through everybody that he could possibly face now, right? The one thing about AEW is there is no shortage of people on the roster, so... Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting any... We're not getting any, any switchblades tonight. Maybe in that 10-man tag, possibly, but not yet. Oh, the Double Jeopardy match. I thought this would be later on in the show. So this is a rather interesting setup here. Like, do you give the conglomeration a tag title shot, or do you give FTR a trios title shot. My personal opinion, you give FTR the trios title shot, and they get fucked over by Cope and Christian just to set up the I Quit match even more at Double or Nothing. Or you can even save that trios title shot for after Double or Nothing, because I honestly feel that Cope and Christian are going to be are going to end up being the new AEW Tag Champions after Double or Nothing. The Darby match, Darby and Kevin Knight will be an absolute banger. This will be a bit of a coming out party for Kevin Knight. Even though I think Saturday was a really good indicator about what you're going to see here for this match here. Because if you look at it, when it comes to Kevin Knight, a lot of the matches that he was involved in, he was dealing with being the, I don't want to say the junior member of the match, but there was somebody in there with a lot more experience, a lot more ring time, a lot more exposure on camera than what Kevin is. So if anything got rough, there would be somebody there to basically cover everything out and show everything up a little bit here. However, Saturday, that was not the case, because Hook's only been in it, what, for 3 years maybe? And then you look tonight, like Darby, yes, he's been around, but in terms of some of the other people that they faced, it's, I don't want to say same amount of time, but it's similar in many ways. So it should be a very good measuring stick for Kevin Knight here. Do I expect him to win? No. But, once again, it's that Ted Turner TNT story that maybe they go for it. As crazy as it sounds, why wouldn't you make a shock title change tonight? Then hell, you could have the rematch on Saturday and put the title back on Darby, if you really want to. Because you'll definitely get, it'll increase views of it a little bit. Sorry, excuse me, chat. Sorry about that. But yeah, like watching this go through here, just, I think we're going to get overall, like top to bottom tonight, should be one of those banger 3-hour cards that we're just going to absolutely enjoy all of it tonight. I'm not a big fan of chaos, but that 10-man tag should be very interesting for a little bit of chaos. Ah, there's Taz. Are we getting another Ospreay segment tonight? Kind of like the Ted Turner night. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, right? Be a bit of a difference, be a bit of a change.
You just got off a 15-hour flight. You're winning titles with your petty little dramatic friends in Japan. We do not care. It's us against the world. And if you want to be the best version of yourself, you're going to have to work for it. Come on, let's get it. Come on, come on, come on.
Mean he switched? No, the TNT title is synonymous with TNT, which is synonymous with Ted Turner. Just wouldn't you? Could it be? They just give you the world title to the guy that represents Ted Turner. Might be a cool thing, and then you can just change it on Saturday, right? Or next week.
Standing on ground from which you cannot leave. There is no escape. There are no other
Ooh.
That's not what you want. You're not like all these people, man. You're different. It's a privilege to be where you're at, to come all the way this far up the mountain, and all you got is that last 1%. This is the hardest 1%. You're on death ground. It's gonna be hard, but it's the only good option. Nothing else exists except what's right in front of you right now, every second, every minute on your back. There we go. All right, that's
10-man yeah, they're doing another 10-man tag tonight. They announced that earlier tonight. I wonder what the net result is going to be. Like, I assume it's going to be... Oh, God. Mox is like the ultimate form of Jake the Snake. That is a very good comparison. Makes a lot of sense. How are things going? Things are going good today. Things are going well. Show's been going good so far. Why we're bringing everybody and their dog and their dog's breakfast down here for this match, I don't know, but we'll see. Did AEW end up... They absolutely did. They did a full segment to start the show about Ted Turner. Shivani was in the ring. They also brought in Sting to have a few words. Then they did a 10-bell salute. So, literally the first, I'd say, good 5-10 minutes of the show was a tribute to Ted Turner. So, Sting turned it into a bit of a promo for Tony Khan, but somewhat expected, so. So yeah, now we got the double Jeopardy match here. So the loser has to give a title shot to the winner. So are we literally getting everybody that's going to be involved in the 10-man tag out for this match? All right, this is going to turn into a little bit of insanity, I think. Are we just bringing everybody out just for the hell of it? So we were looking for overbooked matches, right? We were talking about that. I guess when you have 3 hours to kill, you could do stuff like this. Surprised he doesn't have the gun club out here. It's a lumberjack match now? Tony Khan just randomly throwing out the rules as we go. Why not? Let's go. This is a little bit of insane. Yeah, you think this tag team scene is cool now. What I would like to see, folks, if you guys remember, what was it, All In 2001 with the Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson double entrance? I would love to see after whoever wins that tag match at Double or Nothing for the titles, they have a double entrance with the Motor City Machine Guns and then Austin Creed and Kofi. Could you imagine the roof going off that place with that happening? I think it'd be a little bit of insane. Legendary Christian Edge, yeah. But how am I feeling? I'm okay. The cough's gone. However, my left abdomen right now, and I, no word of a lie, folks. If you really, I really don't want to gross people out, so I'm not taking pictures of it here. My left abdomen seriously looks like Cody Rhodes Hell in a Cell against Rollins, except mine's a little darker. Well, Dax, you're a moron. The only difference is, for me, it's dark blue versus light blue, or red. Well, there goes the Superman punch after you throw your fist in the damn post. And of course, Ciampa's going to get his shots in, and everybody's going to get their shots in the corner. And then Cope shows up and just was everybody's very, very quiet now. So yeah, PJC, before I forget, just a reminder, your Eliminator match with Ross in Ontario is actually going to be, since it was booked right before I had to go out, you're getting that on Saturday. So your tag title Eliminator match against the champs will be coming up this Saturday, just like I have the world title Eliminator this Saturday as well. So you got 15 minutes. You either get a draw or beat the champs. You get a title shot. And Zodiac, I'll also let you know you will be in action, in singles action against Game Time Art coming up on Saturdays. So that'll be a fun one. That'll probably lead off the show. So the third slot I haven't filled in quite yet here, so stay tuned, as the kids would say. But yeah, as we're going through here, just a reminder, we are getting back to Evolution tonight with the Blue Show Battle Club against Looks and Loggers, Andre C in action, as well as AWS versus Walker Pipe Guy. And just a heads up, folks, we do have some comments from AWS going into this title match. So make sure you stick around so you get to hear what he has to say about this. In our first of allowed promos coming in that want to be a part of this. So, hey, we're getting Roosh tonight again. Folks, which title is Roosh going for? Do you think that's going to be a TNT, or do you think they'll go Continental with him? Because they got to be planning something, right? Guys are coming back from the break here. I don't know where that dive was supposed to be going from Orange, but realistically, the way he goes down. Continentals of the Grace, that's NWA. You're thinking of National, by the way, Styles. That's Jack Perry's championship. He's going to be defending against Mark Davis on Saturday. And I don't think it's the disgrace. I think every promotion has their own world title. Is that the disgrace? It's like the NWA has a TV title. So does AEW on both sides. At least that's my opinion. I do understand the look of the title and whatnot. No, it was talked about by some of the people that were never going to get a shot at either national title, whether it be the NWA or the AEW version. That's where a lot of discussion was. Oh, absolutely they do. Some of it is great and some of it isn't very great, so. But yeah, the Continental title pretty much is a unique one, but he had to physically put his hand in his pocket rather than being able just to drop it in there, right? Nice drop kick, setting things up here. You notice he was going to punch his right hand into the mat, and he stopped himself. Who's gonna go murder Stoke? Nice left-handed lariat by Dax. All right, brawl about to happen. Let's go. Who's going to come in and beat up Orange now? Oh, never mind. Dax is grabbing a title. No, he got the bell. Yeah, that kick worked. That wasn't just a PK, that was an FGK. That was a field goal kick, not just a penalty kick. Trying to go for that slingshot powerbomb and no ability to do it. There it is. Technically, that's Dax's finisher, so it should have finished it, but And Chris, oh, that sourpuss on Christian's face just priceless right now. So just a reminder, we will be here for Double or Nothing. And there will be an open door policy once again. If you want to join in, just all you got to do is hit the knock button on the old Twitch here, and I can bring you right in. So, oh, what a slumdog! He can't hook a leg because his hand's broken. This is not going to be good if he get. Oh, he caught him. All right, well, the Ciampa's pissed. While we knew this was going to happen. Ciampa's got the most to be pissed about. Rocky Trent. I don't know if you want to be there right now. All right, now it's let's hit everybody's finishers. I love enhancement vice, yeah. I love Christian's finisher, by the way. To me, that's one of the best finishers in the world. So I wonder when the title shot's gonna happen. Maybe it'll happen after Double or Nothing. Because what, we're 2.5 weeks away, so they don't have to give it that quickly. Okay, Roosh is in action. I assume they're going to do the women's tag next. To me, it makes sense to do if you're going to spread them out. Oh. He's even getting his own promo segment, folks. You want to talk about a guy that's a victim of circumstance? Roosh was essentially the last... I don't want to say real, because that would take Bandito, the quality of Bandito at the time, down a level, but he was the last long-term Ring of Honor champion of the Sinclair era. Before, essentially, Ring of Honor went into receivership. Or was in the process of going there, for lack of a better term. Not a bad first hour at all here, though, folks. Like, that literally flew right by here. Starting out with the tribute to Ted Turner. going into the Moxley Juice match, into this Double Jeopardy match. And just having everything flow nice and here's the biggest thing. And I think Tony Khan recognizes this, and he's shown that he does it all the time now. The best way for AEW to succeed is to literally stay out of the way and do your own thing. Because I think it's been more apropos, and I've been screaming this from the rooftops for the past 3 years. At least. The best way for AEW to succeed is to basically let WWE fuck themselves over. And is it just me, or is it every single week we see something new that just, it's not like, it's not going away. Let's put it that way. But at the same time, the reasons not to watch are just keep growing and growing and growing. And the more reasons to watch AEW just keep growing, especially on Saturdays. And I think that's one of the biggest things they do need to work on if they're, in terms of overall why to watch a product. There's two things that they need to improve on. One is to get more people to make Saturday much watch wrestling. And you can only do that by providing great quality matches and just and a few surprises. Not having tape shows. And then the other one, of course, I think we'd all agree, is get more. I am a WWE guy. I like a lot of the wrestlers over at WWE. I'm more of a wrestler guy than a promotion guy anyway. And back to my point here, AEW, what they need to do, they got to get more in the women's division. Just straight up. If they could find a way to incorporate more women's wrestling into their shows, like it's a thing we've been talking about for how long now? It makes me almost feel like it's a WB point more than it is an AEW point. Just because of how Tony Khan books Ring of Honor. If you can book a women's division that's not on WB as well as he does, and yet the product that he does have on WB just doesn't have the ability to do it. No, I'm not anti-WWE. Not at all. If it's on, and most of the time I'll have a sidecast on it. If there's anything worth watching, I'll flip it over. Are we getting a Jericho match tonight? Yep.
Thank you for speaking with me tonight. The last time we spoke, things did not go very well. How are you feeling?
Well, Renee, you're right. The last time we spoke, I told you I was pretty pissed off. But after last week, I'm more than pissed off. Pretty effing furious. But the time for talking is done. The time for words is over. It's time to fight. But unlike the demand, I don't want to fight backstage. So if I can be so bold, Renee, I'm gonna take it out there to the people.
Oh, he's literally doing a walkout promo. They don't get to sing Judas tonight.
I'm going to keep this very simple because this is Charleston.
Oh, Charleston, South Carolina. Okay.
This is AEW Dynamite.
Okay.
So Ricochet, I'm gonna ask
Love Charleston, man. Great city. Abs.
that you come out here and talk to me face to face, one on one, man to man, right here, right.
This ain't gonna be a man-to-man face, is it?
As Ricochet has made it his personal mission to drive
The demand's gonna show up. There's gonna be some kind of cluster going on here. Looks like Ricochet just got off the golf course. So who are they going to bring out tonight? That's the big thing for me. Who are they going to bring out tonight? This ain't Edmonton. That ain't. Oh. They used the Jerichoism. Is he talking about the Money in the Bank ladder match? The new improved Rico Salt. Fat versus bald. And I'll get thrown out of here too. Wait, Stadium Stampede, isn't that 5-on-5? All right, I think we're getting a Stadium Stampede out of this. I wonder who the other four are going to be. Who? You know what? This might be the best match to put Jericho in, period. A lot of smoke and mirrors. But who's the demand going to take? And a Judas Effect elbow. You know what? Stadium Stampede is absolutely the greatest situation you could put Jericho in for that show. And it also helps us figure out we're not going to be doing Death Riders versus United Empire. This makes a lot of sense. Bobby and Shelton in a Stadium Stampede. Jericho, you that look with the hat backwards is definitely a choice.
Ladies, there's a lot of conflicting emotions tonight ahead of your match with Sheeta and Statlander.
Harley just doesn't look like she wants to wrestle.
Know how to feel tonight because Holly, wake up! What Sheeta has done to Stat and us is not good. Can you trust Stat? I hope so. But tonight, beyond friends, beyond how you feel, we have a match to win. Holly, you are one of the first ever tag team champions. So stop looking out there. Look at me here.
All right, well, that was Renee's expressions are absolutely priceless right now.
You gotta go put something on.
That, that was a moment. There was definitely some kind of inspiration there, but, you know. And they announced this match earlier today. Thank you for the hydrate. Could you imagine Brian Keith winning this tonight just to screw this match up? Well, it was great until we saw Don Callis here. Yeah, like, this should be fun. Like I said, we only have 2 more weeks until we get to Double or Nothing. And I can't believe it's coming up this quick. Like, I remember that our Canadian long weekend's a week earlier than your American long weekend. And I just remember that's like only a week and a half away. I didn't even know Keith had his own music. This guy is such a great wrestler to watch. Like, we've talked about Brian Keith just not getting, like, The fact that he got to work with Jericho was actually a pretty big boon for him, but
maybe the greatest wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. And I love to have a front row seat. I'd pay if I had to. We both know I don't.
Well, Don Callis, anytime you want to be at this desk, you're all welcome here, my friend.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Taz, who are you lying about here?
No, yeah, we do. We talk about him backstage. We talk about him all the time.
Hey, listen. This young man, Brian, looks phenomenal in my opinion.
I agree.
Really looks great. Different attitude. I think I
A little bit of a different haircut, too.
singles wrestler. The problem is he's in there with Okada.
He's got that Great O'Con single strand of hair coming out of the back on him here.
To maneuver Keith upward, but Keith maintaining the side headlock. But he's got a great. He gave a grip right now. He changed his grip, as I was saying that did Brian Keith. But he's got that headlock out real strong. Okada realizes he's trying to get some separation.
But it is nice to see some of these other guys getting an opportunity here. And more importantly, the TV time, right?
Competitor, you can learn something by wrestling Okada. 100%. Right? You can learn how to lose very quickly, but it's going to happen.
You gain a lot of confidence if you're successful.
There's your receipt for your sportsmanship there, Okada. What a shot to the chest here. No, I'm not one to pick up personal appearances, but Brian Keith's hair does look like a choice. Absolutely. Like I said, it's different because it's not even centered, right?
Fairway to hell from West Palm Beach.
So I got to, I got to get that logo caught up here. Beautiful heel kick.
He has been in a large amount of street fights in his life as Brian Keith, and Okada has not. Okada's always been
Like, I don't mind the buzz cut on top. It's just that one strand in the back, just offbeat, off center like that. It's almost like when I buzz my own hair, which I do because I'm cheap. But unfortunately, I miss once in a while, and everybody at work reminds me of that. It's amazing how Okada for years was the ultimate babyface and then just turned into a heel. I know he started out as a heel, I do believe, in New Japan. But for so many years, he was a face, and he was the face of the company. And then all of a sudden, just bleh. Just switched it out of the blue and just said, no, that's enough for me there. So he has to be a heel because he wants to be, yeah. So I'm assuming Speedball and AR Fox is going to be one of those third hour matches. Cal's going to try and get his shots in. Also makes me wonder how much time we're going to get for the main here tonight. Knowing TK, he's probably going to go over like 20 minutes again. But no, I really wonder who, like, is Takeshita going to be the one to win that Continental Championship, and then are they going to start go for a run? Because let's face it, the next month after this, realistically, is going to be a bit of a misnomer in terms of storylines because we have all the New Japan Pro Wrestling involvement. And by the way, we got an ad break coming up here. With CMLL New Japan, there's even talk that even Rev Pro might even get involved a little bit with Forbidden Door coming up on the 28th. But that's going to be a whole different story. That's what I was asking earlier. Does he go cotton or does he go international after, if let's say Takeshita wins, and then you have Rush and Takeshita going at it? I don't think there'd be a bad finish involved in that. New Day AEW? Well, either way, we gotta wait till the end of July to find out either way, sir. So I would assume so. It'd be dumb, but national title, bill for whatever that's, yeah. Let him beat Jack Perry. And the fact that you can take that national title and run with it in multiple companies. That was a weird knee, but I love every second of it there. Well, Keith's fired up. A little bit of an extra follow-up here. DDT of his own. I like it. Here's the biggest problem right now. I don't think anybody believes that Keith's going to win this. So this crowd just doesn't give two shits because they know what's happening at the end of it. That was a beautiful reversal right there. But yeah, Styles, to answer your question, like, I got a feeling that'll be an all-in thing. Because after CNC Wrestling Factory win the titles in New York, I don't see them losing. I don't see them disbanding as a team anytime soon. Especially with the fact that the Motor City Machine Guns might be coming as well. Beautiful neck breaker there. Here's one for Daddy Callis. And for all the beautiful people in the world, beautiful drop kick there. Gonna go for that drop kick, go for that Rainmaker again. That was a hell of a counter. We received General TNT during the TNT broadcast. Hey, that makes sense. Well, Turner insisted on making sure to have sports as part of his programming, right? And I love it. I also love the fact that it's Habs and Sabres in the second round. The title gets a 1-year tour out of Florida for once. Knowing our luck, next year it'll be right back in Florida.
I'm thinking Diamond Dust perhaps. Out of the corner. Finds it. Oh, instead Okada.
Gave away millions for sure, yeah. Florida got tired of partying. Lord Stanley visiting North Carolina. I hope not. Just because that owner is about as cheap as you can get. Dude, he's cheaper than TKO. Let's put it that way. Great job for Okada here getting the victory. Canada may want to party, but they'll have to do it in French. I will give you another one of those just for you.
I already have the international title. Unlike Takeshita.
Charlotte Canada wants Montreal to win. Do the Frenchmen want a Statue of Liberty or the cup back? Ooh. You know what? Him mentioning the world title like that, it makes me think. Maybe he loses the title at Double or Nothing, gets entered into the Owen, and then loses out at the end. We could get an Okada Ospreay final in the Owen. Could you imagine that? Winner gets Omega. Dream booking, it would be Omega. I still think it's going to be MJF versus Ospreay as the main event there. Unless Omega pulls something out of his ass, but I don't see it happening. See, I'm surprised they didn't mention Andrade winning the title on Saturday.
Tonight, the TNT Champion becomes Jet 2 belts. Kevin, it's time for you to prove that you're no longer a rising star, but you're way up there, shining bright, and you are the one we look up to.
You know what, Speedball? I like the way that sounds because ever since I stepped into the building this morning, the air switched up a little bit. And I appreciate Darby Allin for being the fighting champion that he says he is to be. What was that he said? You said that you would fight until your body would give out? Well, I got news for you. Tonight, that's exactly what's going to happen when you step in the ring.
Okay.
And I become your new AEW World Champion.
I got to throw this one. And this is a crazy situation. Just thinking about this. Just had to throw out a little my little thought there right now. Like when we're getting into this, like we have to start considering this world title picture. I think it's pretty much. I don't want to say that the world title rankings have gone on hold right now, but they really have. Because they're trying to get Darby a little bit more credit going into Double or Nothing, which eventually is going to be the MJF show. I would think, of the most part, we would get MJF. MJF beating Darby at Double or Nothing somehow. If he does it and Darby pulls it out, I don't know where we go. Do we end up going with Omega? Do we end up do they actually pull the trigger on trying to get Darby as a main eventer for Wembley? I don't think so, but I've heard of crazier things. But yeah, we're an hour 20 into this right now, so we're almost at the halfway point. So it's been a great show so far, I think. Chat, feel free to let me know what your thoughts and comments are about the show and whatnot. It's going to be interesting to see what this next hour and a half brings together. We have Sky Blue Jamie Hayter, which will be a banger as always. Got the women's tag coming up. We got Darby and Darby Kevin Knight. We also have Rush in action. Really front-loaded show tonight, and I don't mind that at all right now. As we're coming back from commercial break here. Okay. You notice Bowens doesn't have a shirt yet. Hook's in a movie? That's because nobody else would clear him. Notice how his middle finger's bent? Sabres up 4-2. I expected that. Honestly, after a Game 7, the way that the Habs went through it, I did not expect the Habs to have much of a fight tonight. Harley's a dancer, but she ain't that good yet. Oh, that Game 7 was so much fun. Montreal's my designated team. Who's saying my I got enough guys on this network here that cheer for Montreal here. Andre C is a huge Montreal guy. They represent me. Well, I do. Well, I have a Florida jersey that I bought in Montreal. Does that count? Oh, fuck, did they get their time cut? Caps fan, and though I can't say I have a second, that's fair. It was grade 10 and I couldn't find a Habs jersey. I bought a Florida jersey in Montreal in 1993. The year that, or sorry, it was 94. The year after Montreal won the cup. It was. I think it was Florida's first year, so.
competitors in Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, two women that are former AEW World Champions. I mean, that sometimes it makes for a great tag team. Sometimes you can't use them.
Yeah, it was basically I was technically lost in Montreal, or lost in Quebec City, but I was in a video arcade instead. I was the catalyst for. I was a fan of Scott Mellenby. That's why I got the jersey.
Since her return to action here in AEW, I mean, we've seen her menacing some, are seeming to menace opponents.
Oh, this is. Oh God.
She knows they're not looking, Tony. Well, she's come back with really, let's not forget, had they won that tag team match, Chris Statlander would have become the first AEW Women's Triple Crown champion. So that eluded her, and don't forget, we got an hour of collision following tonight.
Dodger.
You left your house and walked into mine.
Thank you for popping in here for 22 months. 3 cards away from Albert. Nice. I'm going to be perfectly honest, because I've been injured and sick and so busy coughing for the last week here. I have not touched a video game system in a week outside of doing my 15 minutes just to get my points for Xbox. Harley wants to kill Sheeta. This should be good. But Dodger, how you doing today? Once again, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you. We're going to be doing a little road to the show tomorrow afternoon, actually. I'm feeling better. Like I said, if you weren't here earlier, I have like on my left abdomen, my entire abdomen's like blue-black. Like heavy, deep bruise, blue-black. So we'll see how things go here in about a week when things start to clear up a little bit. So. Lily, I was coughing so hard that apparently that's what my doctor says right now. I was coughing so hard that I basically strained some muscles and possibly my kidney. Basically, he said come back in a week and hope it doesn't get worse. Trust me, I've been trying to rattle my brain for a while here to figure out what happened to me here. About a month ago, I took a little bit of a barrel roll at work, but it literally didn't show up for a week on any of it. Now as we're piecing this together, who's really the face, who's the heel in this whole thing? Because it almost feels like Mina and Hikaru are the heels here. More so Hikaru than anybody else, but and Stat's just happy that she gets the opportunity to beat people up. But yeah, just personally, like I said, I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that's going to be coming out here in May. There's actually a game on. If everything goes well, I'm probably going to put back on Sunday what I planned to do last week on Sunday. If you guys haven't seen it, they have a game called Indoor Baseball that just released a couple weeks ago. It's basically got the rag physics of a regular base or one of those ragtag games, but it is in an indoor baseball setting. So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on here when I give you guys a bit of a rundown of what's going on. But one question I do have for you, chat, and feel free to, I'll be asking this throughout the week here. As we are moving into May and June, is there any games coming out or any games that have come out that you want to see me tackle? Because I got a couple in my mind that I'm thinking of. Just timing-wise, I might have to put something on the back burner because, well, when you take a complete week off when you plan on streaming and getting a good portion of it done. It throws things for a loop a little bit here, but I am very happy though that the James Bond game openly said that they're going to be a 20-hour game and don't expect any multiplayer out of it. So at least they're going to be straightforward about what they're doing here. So come on, Sheeta, you know what you're doing. I'd love to see these two get into a one-on-one match here. Mina and Hikaru. Mina, stop looking at Hikaru. Harley wanted the hot tag against Hikaru, and we wanted to see that fight. Wow, these two are actually working really good together here. Nice running knee, get the 2 count there. Now Harley gets a piece of her. All right, let's go. Hey, Iceman, how you doing up, Baltimore? Hope you're doing well there, sir. All right, let's go. Oh, reversal. All right, well, that's going to end the friendship right there. Living the dream, eh? You know what? Every day above ground is a good day. Oh, wow. Getting into that jackknife was so easy for Harley right there. Miss, hit, miss, hit. Backstabber out of nowhere. All right. Are we just going to get a Statlander turning heel thing, or... And it was a clean victory, which is a little bit weird for this whole scenario, right? Okay.
Real power is being a man that nobody will stop. I'm making sure the whole world sees it. From the most dangerous
Police escort, sir. I'm impressed.
all the way to the most wanted. More power means more fear and more control. And there is nothing more dangerous than a man that desires power. And I want it all.
The fact we're getting a Swerve Bandito match is going to be absolutely freaking phenomenal. Told you guys, they're breaking it up into two different shows. So Darby and Kevin Knight are going here. What are you hauling? You hauling politicians here or something, or what? Swerve Strickland wants to be the evil John Cena. As long as he doesn't ruin wrestling, I'm fine with it. But and thank you for the 7-stream streak there, Mr. Iceman. I appreciate you popping in here. I guess if we're doing two different shows, I'll give you guys a bit of a rundown here about what's going on here soon. But over on the Twitch channel, these are be Twitch exclusives. We're going to have Backbreaker Pro Wrestling Evolution coming up after the conclusion of... All right, you take care and have yourself a great night here. An excavator. Okay, that makes sense. Take care, be safe, and don't end up in the ditch with an excavator because you might have to dig yourself out with it. So, tonight, after AEW Collision, we're going to be here with BPW Evolution. 3 episodes, including a World Title Eliminator with AWS taking on the World Champion Walker Pipe Guy. Tomorrow, normally I do a 10 a.m. stream a noon stream Eastern. Will be a little later in the day. They are shutting the power off to my building for a few hours to install more laundry facility. They said they were doing work on the laundry facility, so whatever. It's not going to be up. They say it's not going to be up till about 2 p.m. Eastern, so we'll be in tomorrow afternoon. Probably just do an MLB stream just to keep things kosher here. Saturday, we will be here 8 p.m. Eastern with the Fairway to Hell show, as well as BPW Evolution. Evolution is going to feature the Tag Team Eliminator match with Ross and Ontario taking on the Dadbot Squad after they got their victory last week. Zodiac will also be in action against Walker Pipe Guy. Against Game Time Will Jackson. My apologies. And then Sunday, we should be here with indoor baseball. And then that'll turn us right back over to Wednesday here. So, once again, everybody, thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're on our way to 1,000 subs here. And we're getting closer every day here. So, for those over on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button. If you really like what you enjoy, consider subscribing. Everything that goes into the channel gets directly put towards the channel. So, whether you've been lurking or chatting, I always appreciate you being here. And let's get to our main event here for Dynamite. As you're going to see me frantically changing graphics here right away.
Swerve Strickland has been calling you out. What is this about? What's your reaction going on with Swerve right now?
Renee, Swerve is right. I am the most wanted. And if you want me, Swerve, I'm easy to find. Yo, Bandito, I know you got this yourself. But Swerve, it's one thing to mess with me. But if you mess with my friends, there'll be hell to pay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom.
The fact that they've been doing that at PWG for years. You can tell that time has been cut because they're not even giving graphics the time to breathe. And they're not doing the in-ring introductions anymore. I could see MJF coming out to just break this up right at the top of the hour. So for people that aren't familiar with the TV championships and whatnot, there's always been a TV title stipulation to go towards the world title. I know in the NWA, the TV title, you have the Lucky 7 rule. If you can defend your title 7 times, you get the ability to cash it in for a world title shot. So, I wonder which segment really caused this to kick back so far. Because I'm assuming our main event tonight's going to be the 10-man tag. Because there's going to be nothing but chaos. I think we're going to open up with Speedball and AR Fox for Collision. Just because Speedball will be out here to help Kevin, and all of a sudden AR Fox will show up and. I'm going to say, Darby, got to get rid of the jacket. So, yeah, I'm glad they brought up this little detail about it was Knight's match that sent Darby out of the C2. You get knocked out in a quick hurry here in this match up here. Now we're going to go for the shake. Kevin Knight's like, no, let's not do that. A test of strength with two people like this. I like this for the fact that Darby's actually having to have to wrestle like a chain style match. And he's holding his own. Like, one of the biggest criticisms I've had so far is Darby was always the guy that got beaten up for 20 minutes, pulled out a move, and then win. Well, I still like Darby championship decision. He's had banger matches. Absolutely. And the big thing is he's like having different... And like I said, this is the different formula that we've had for a match here. Nice little flip over for the headlock takeover. Oh, nice double leg. And once again, just simple wrestling moves. It was not a side. It was not a headlock takeover that beat MJF. It was literally a a kick to a shot to the nuts and then 4 coffin drops. Just a side headlock was just the final pièce de resistance there. All right, things have got to pick up here a little bit. Let's get this pace of match going here. I do like the fact that... Oh, here we go. Never mind. What a freaking car wreck that was.
impact as well. And both landed real hard. Oh, it was so quick. It was hard to see where hands or hit. Darby might have I got a guy close on me once. I got pulled with somebody. It can happen. I don't know if his face as much as it was a
These guys are just going to go, oh, never mind. I thought they were going to charge together in the ring. Yeah, Darby's got to be careful because his whole thing is being a guy from the sky. And I think Kevin Knight might be the guy that is a little bit more solid in that space. So, yeah, it might be a little bit. That's why I didn't mind the chain wrestling thing, because he knows he has to do something different. Wow, that slam was a little bit violent. I don't mind when you put a little extra stank on some extra simple moves, right? But yeah, just watching things go. Now we're settling into the Darby's going to get the crap beat out of him for the next 10 minutes deal. Or I even wonder if they go that far. They might just have a quick changeover right away here. For those in Canada, usually they wait till the one's done before they switch over the others, so. As they're trying to advertise as much as humanly possible about what's going on tonight. But all in all, like, when it comes to Dynamite tonight, it's been a fantastic show. You could tell the back half of that show was a little bit overtimed. Mainly due to the entrances for the women and the main event. Makes me wonder if they didn't book enough time for the murder of Enhancement Vice there, as Zodiac put it so well. Nice. Like, you know, this match is starting to pick up its paces right now, and I love it. Oh, he's going for that drop kick from the top. Knight gets extra upset. Oh, look out. Well, Darby's dead. You killed Darby, you bastard! They still got 4 more matches to get through the next hour here, so these guys can't go too long, can they? I might win it in the ring, but I'm definitely going to win this match up here right now. Jesus! This is what I was talking about, like, this is where you needed MJF to come out and just beat the piss out of everybody just to kill everybody. Kill the crowd, kill everything. Knight gonna try and go for the UFO?
I think he was thinking some sort of a springboard, but with the issue with that knee, that ain't happening. Now, Kevin Knight situates himself.
Oh, here we go. He got caught. Just got it broken up the last second. Okay, knees to the back. It's who's going to hit their up top rope finisher first. Do you really want to do this? Knight, you're in a bad spot here. Does he get the win out of this? Does it? There's going to be a roll up here somewhere, right? He hit it. I thought they might do it. We were talking about this earlier tonight. The representative of Ted Turner, the TNT champ, gave the title tonight. Wouldn't be the craziest decision in the world. Might be absolutely bonkers in some ways, but just a heads up, everybody. We got an ad break in a minute here. I'm going to pause this one just so we can get to the end of this match. Oh, and look at that. He might have got him. Okay. Is he going for a heat seeker, maybe? No way. Okay, coffin drop off the rope. Regular coffin drop, you get the win. All right, hell of a victory there for Darby. I would like to see what happens if these guys got a little bit of more time. Because you could tell they were pushing to the finish. And you can tell Sting's not even getting a chance to get in the ring. They're literally, let's fade the black, let's fade the white. For those in Canada, make sure you change your channel right now from TSN2 to the USA Canada channel. It Sting's like, well, fuck this. I want to put you over too, bud. I guess if Sting's there, he just makes the appearance, right? Get the extra little pop on it. Does MJF attack Sting? Or does MJF just straight up not show up this week? Because MJF has to tell him stipulation that... Oh, here he comes. Never mind. I'll shut up now. Please don't let this be long. We're already running behind. Oh my God, Shivani's great. Wah, 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 wah. I'm sure that'll work. It's going to be the Dynamite Diamond Ring. It's got to be. MJF says no. Darby says no. Wow. That's the match everybody speculated for.
You're starting to piss me off, okay, guy? Tell you what, everybody loves money, all right? You give me a rematch, and I'll give you $1 million. Whoa! You're gonna say no to $1 million?
You're talking to a guy who used to be homeless in his car under a bridge. Your money's no good here, man.
All right, you little troll. What do you want? Everyone's got a price. What do you want?
Finally, let's get to it.
I want something you hold most dear in this life. Something you're so desperate to keep that you're willing to fly 15 hours to Turkey
Oh shit, they're putting his hair on the line.
and get it sewn onto your skull. I'm talking about your hair. Listen, you most vain piece of I ever met. I'm talking about your damn hair.
All right. Well, it's not the ultimate. MJF setting it. He's setting it up.
Next week, contract signing, championship versus hair. And if you don't show up, you're never, and I mean never, getting a championship match.
There you go. There's the deal.
What do you say? What do you say?
Just walk. Don't say a word. Just leave.
Bravado of MJF. Well, I don't blame him. That's unreasonable by Darby Allin. Come on. What's in this?
Yeah, I'd put my hair on the line. You just grow up. That's fair. Are we getting fucking Okada versus Darby next week? Are we just like not gonna get? Is Roosh gonna get a 30-second match only? Is AR Fox's speedball gonna be like 2.5 minutes? Hey, Mr. Vic, how you doing, dear? Good to see you back. I'm doing okay. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's on, bitch.
What the fuck? Vic, I don't know if he just walked in and saw what was on Collision here. They just announced Darby versus Okada next week for the title next Wednesday. I think this is under the category of holy fuck. But Double or Nothing, it's supposed to be hair versus title with
Mr. Ospreay, against medical advice, went to Japan. Luckily, he didn't worsen anything. Actually, when he returned, I did an exam on him, and he actually improved. So whatever training he's doing, we're going to keep doing it. And to that point, where he's going to get an MRI this week. And if it's cleared, I'm going to clear him.
Well, that brings me to you. I mean, we've seen you training with them. Obviously, they've been having some sort of influence on you. What is your relationship with the Death Riders?
I mean, look, I appreciate them letting me in on the training, but I'm not a Death Rider. I never will be a Death Rider. I just know there's things I don't want to do that I know I have to do to get to where I want to be.
Great. Well, we'll keep everybody updated on your medical status if we get any more information. But guys, back to you. Thanks.
And Aaron Fox is barely getting an entrance here, but no, Vic. For those that are coming in late, once again, thank you everybody for being here for Collision tonight. Thank you for your patience once again for me being out a week. And I'm tempted to put a sub goal out for let you guys see what my bruise looks like on my left side. So Lily just didn't even bother switching crews either, so commentary crews. All right, this is probably got either the. I really hope the women's match doesn't gets clipped at all tonight. It almost feels like Rush's match is going to get clipped. You know what? When you're facing when you, a guy like Okada is, we're in a position here where Kevin Knight just lost the world champion. You don't lose momentum doing that. You just, especially when you are a champion. All right, let's get this match going. We're already a quarter after. These guys, we bump it. One thing I will say, BPW will not be a long episode tonight. We got a women's tag match to start the night. And then after that, we have 2 singles matches on deck. It also reminds me, Vic, do you got 26? Okay, no worries. Just means I got a little bit of work to do here because I'll be honest, one person we haven't seen show up yet, which I think will be making a debut in a few weeks here, is Mellow Beast. I'm trying to remember who is still here and who isn't yet. I think the last contract I got to get signed is Mellow Beast here, so. Aaron looks like he's been shot. Nice missile drop kick here. As we go into they're actually might even go stay picture. Google's hotels in Asheville. Is that where they are next week? Because yeah, Darby versus Okada, like that's gonna be an absolute barn burner of a match, guaranteed. I find it so funny, and you know, if you look backstage, when Darby wins that world title, every veteran steps up and says, "I'll make him, I'll make him, I'll make him." And sorry, chat, let me correct something here. If you're watching over on the YouTubes, I gotta fix this up. There we go. You can see MJF bald. Now, do we honestly think he's gonna be the one that loses that match? I don't think so. Like, it'll be funny. Be funny as all hell. But I just don't see him getting the opportunity of being bald here at this point. Those Turkish hair implants cost way too much for him to cash those out, so. Hair transplants require you to go bald? No. Meh. I think it's one versus the other, right? Although seeing him try to play off of so many different wigs would be hilarious. The biggest thing is, are they going to be able to sell the stipulation? I think they will, so... Yeah, angle it, exactly. Like, all pun intended on that one. They come out with the wrestling gear with the hair attached into it. And these guys going shot for shot right now. Nice to see the Spurs actually ahead of the Timberwolves tonight, so... It sucked that the Raptors ended up losing Game 7 the way they did, but when you're half a team, I guess you sort of live with that, right? Must say, I never thought I'd think this, but Darby's a better champ than Adam Page. I think it was a different scenario. When it came to Adam Page, like, they really didn't have a whole lot planned in terms of what to do after. Like I said, I got a feeling it's probably at the being Ospreay and MJF at Wembley. Page just taking time off right now for the amount of time that he's worked, and I bet he's worked injured for a bunch of it. I don't mind it one bit. These guys got to get it in gear here, like. Beautiful senton there. So just a reminder, we will be here for Fairway to Hell on Saturday. Oh, Divine Dominion in action, so we will definitely be here. Like I said, once again, it would be so nice to see what these matches would be like when they have time. Yeah, he's done. Bailey just taking the one little step to save it right there. Feels like my body got hit by my kidneys like that. All right, Willa, what do you got to say here?
Privilege to wear its championship, and in that way, represent a man and gave professional wrestling a home. So after 9 title defenses, I've knocked down every challenger. I've smashed every comeback. Because that's what the legacy of this network, the legacy of Turner, deserves. Fighting champion. So whoever wants next, step up. Because I plan on defending that legacy every single week.
All right. So that's sort of your mini tribute to Ted Turner on Collision. They did an absolute great segment to start off the show with Tony Schiavone and Sting for Turner to open up the show, including a 10-bell salute. You couldn't have done a full segment like that for this show. Like, we're at 8:20. We still got 4 more matches yet. We got the women's match. We got Roosh. We got the 10-man tag. Maybe we only have 3 matches left. For some reason I thought we had one more, but either way, so much jam-packed into an hour right now. Especially when the previous show took the first 5 minutes of the hour. But yeah, Fairway to Hell is going to be a fun little... It's almost going to feel like Hammerstein a little bit. A little more modern Hammerstein because, well, if you guys aren't familiar with the facility that they're going to, the SoFi Center, it is where they were doing that Topgolf that Tiger Woods owns. Where the green actually where the whole surface changes based on where the ball lands or whatnot. So they're actually going to set up the wrestling ring in the middle of that, and it's all balcony seating. So it's going to be interesting to see what they have for, like, how the setup's going to be and how many people are going to be there and whatnot. And realistically, if it is an hour show like it's supposed to be, they could, in many senses, push that. They could push it to the point where they'd have all 3 of their matches in before WWE gets one done on Saturday. Because remember, they are doing Backlash in the same... Well, is it the same town? I think it's pretty close if it isn't the same town. This upcoming Saturday, so... I really do hope that they have the opportunity to do this Fairway to Hell as a full 2-hour show sometime. But it is a smart move just to make it 1 hour, because even if you do, like with the pay-per-view going on, and so much going on a Saturday, and just get some good matches in. Hell, could you imagine if one of these supposed 90-day, might not be 90-day clauses kicks in, they show up at that show instead? What are the New Era doing in the Collision Zone? Is that what the cool kids say these days?
Darby Allin. Congratulations. The indestructible boy who never quits and still champion. Very impressive. Now listen up. Don't you dare forget about me, alright? Your old friend, the perpetual thorn in your side, bastard. And right now, I'm going to be very direct with you. You and I, Darby, here in All Elite Wrestling, we are 2-1 in singles competition. In my favor. Now, by my reckoning, that earns me a shot. So, hey, give me a shot. Fight me for your World Heavyweight Championship, Mr. Fighting Champion, because I promise you.
Okada, Pac, MJF, and concurrent weeks.
And you definitely know that. Hell, if you can do it, I certainly can. So let's see how big your
balls are, huh? Why don't you prove me wrong?
He's already got Okada lined up, so
An invitation, if you like. Do let me know, won't you? Bastard Pack, he's looked ultra impressive as of late. Scored a win for the Death Riders this past Saturday at Collision, as he mentioned.
I will give him credit for giving the call there, but oh, hi, Jamie.
Triangle of Madness have been decimating the women of AEW. They have sidelined Persephone as well as Alex Winter. So can Jamie Hayter hold the momentum aside? We've seen them picking up some huge W's as of late, but now she takes up arguably the hardest hitting woman in this division. Tonight it is one-on-one.
Jamie trying to photobomb the camera woman just straight out of, what most people would do these days. Now, are the Death Rat or the Triangle of Madness going to show up, or is it just going to be Sky out there by herself? Sky's been getting a lot of singles matches lately, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Don't steal Tekla's spot. Come on now.
Julia Hart, AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla, the Toxic Spider, likely close at hand. Oh, absolutely. They're very bonded. Went for a big kick. Got missed the head, missed the clothesline. The thing is,
Well, this is like finisher spam right now.
her confidence is through the roof because of, as to Renee's point, racking up victory after victory. So she's got some flow right now. Hip toss that attempt to Jamie Hayter, trying to unleash that
Adam Page wasn't that great of a champ. Darby's far more intriguing. Got to give credit where it's due. Absolutely. And yeah, that's the thing. He wasn't booked as a great champion. His key was the struggle to get there. It wasn't when he finally got it. Like, arguably his best feud as champion, besides the rematch with Omega, might be his feud with Adam Cole there for a while. And I'm not saying that just because Adam Cole got to dress up as Master Chief for I think it was Double or Nothing that year.
Sky dragging sweep reverse, trying to target the neck, the head of Jamie Hayter, but Hayter backs her up to the corner and fans. It's just been made official for this Saturday. Fairway to Hell. Tony Khan has confirmed
What the fuck?
the World Championship on the line this Saturday.
I thought we'd go 2 weeks from now. The chase was great the first time. The second time was just okay. The finale was fantastic. So now, in a matter of 7 days, we're getting Darby Kevin Knight, Darby Pac, Darby Okada. Like, holy frick. And you know Darby and Pac are going to absolutely blow the roof off that place. Like, this is insane. Darby's going to turn into what Orange Cassidy was when he lost the title to Moxley. But yeah, in terms of ranking world champions, that would be an interesting rundown. Like, even if we sat down and we graded all the title reigns of all the world champions, because I'd feel bad in a little way because MJF's Brochacho run, you'd really have to dock some points there for what happened near the end. Especially with that Full Gear 2023, I think it was, where Switchblade basically had the opportunity to fight Adam Cole who had a broken ankle or MJF with a bad knee. And they booked themselves just into a horrible corner like that. Oh, they buried Switch. Yeah, that's it. That was the most frustrating part about that whole thing. The fact that Switchblade just got absolutely torched at that point. And the sad part is, like, what, Samoa Joe gets it incomplete for his title reign? Because it was so damn short, nobody knew really what it was? You got another ad break kicking through here. These ladies are actually doing a pretty fantastic job of with the time that they're getting here. Maximizing everything out. Sky Blue once again going after Jamie. I have to say, as we're 2.5 hours in, I just want to say thank you to everybody for sticking around with me here. I know I'm not at peak mic at this point here. It's been a little bit all over the place here a little bit, but hey, Java Queen, thank you. Appreciate it. It'll should pop up here, notifications here momentarily. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I see it there. We're on our way to, like I said, there should be an alert that comes up here, okay. But yeah, we're getting deep into this match. From North Georgia, okay. Well, welcome. We're watching a little AEW Collision right now. Oh, coming across. Oh, quick cover. Oh, missed. It almost looks like they're missing their spots, and all of a sudden, nope, just coming back to them. Oh, nice kick. Oh, here comes Cold Blue. Nope. You wonder how many times Sky's got caught in that she had to reverse that out. No, it wasn't. It was a damn miss in the face that got the victory there, Shivani. No, it's been, like I said, it's been a fun night. And it's great that we're getting people from all over the world popping in here. And just a reminder, once we get to 1,000 subs over on the YouTube channel, I will be doing my How the Ref Would Book Bailey dub at AEW storyline. Hopefully we get to the 1,000 subs prior to Bailey actually showing up on AEW programming, but oh my God, a little cheeky Nando's on Jamie Hayter. What are they trying? Super cold blue? A super haterade, of course. That'll be it. And I'm assuming Tekla's going to come out here and beat the living crap out of her suit here. Oh, never mind. They're up in the crowd. They going to resume the fight again or what? Cameraman, supposed to focus on what's going on here. Oh God, what's Callis doing now?
Everything's coming up the Don Callis family this Saturday in West Palm Beach, Florida. At Fairway to Hell, Mark Davis is going to win gold for this family. The national title, you're going to crush Jack Perry. And I love that. And Okada has just had yet another successful international championship defense. And breaking news that should keep everyone up at night. The great one himself, Okada, has staked his claim to the AEW World Championship. Be very afraid. Right? Yeah.
No. Okada should not be worried about the world title. He should be worried about defending his title against me at Double or Nothing.
All right, here we go. A little pissing match here.
You are one of the best wrestlers in the world, so I agree with you. On the other hand, you start to sound a little Kenny Omega-esque. I want this, but I also want this. I mean, make up your mind. All I'm saying is, Okada is my hand-picked choice for the world title. Done. See? How you know? How you know?
Ooh.
Using his line on me.
And that's how Andrade pieces out.
And I know everything. And what I know is more gold for the Don Callis family.
From Takeshita Andrade, that decision of Don Callis
And Rush is about to murder someone. Many low is many zero.
Don Callis ignored the championship that Andrade won. Completely ignored it.
So that's the storyline they could go with now.
But I get your point. And one would have to imagine with the announcement earlier tonight that Darby Allin will be defending AEW World Championship against Pac coming up this Saturday at Fairway to Hell live on TNT.
I am so looking forward to Saturday now. It is scary. That will literally be a repeat of Rampage, the fastest hour of wrestling. You mess with the bull, you get the hordes, you get murdered. Yeah, we knew this match was going to go quick because we got a main event to get to. Roosh ain't going to get no mic time this week. Oh, he's getting the mic. They're going to get mic time. I really want to see them move with him with something here. You mess with the bull, you get the hordes. You get the hordes. Almost seems like it should be a musical. Kofi kicks to the AEW. I don't think we're there. We're not there yet. Let's get let's give it a couple months to settle. We got 3 months to wait, right? I'd assume so, but let's enjoy what we have. Like 7 days, we have 3 title matches for the world title, Patty. Yeah, R.I.P. to Ted Turner, yeah. Have a feeling they'll do indie stuff first? Maybe. Honestly, for me, the big thing for me is I want them to be happy. I don't care how it goes. I don't care if they work indies. I don't care if they work AEW. I don't care if they work MLW. I don't care if they work TNA. I don't care if they go to IWGP route and go to New Japan. I want them to be happy. That's the thing. Say through the Machine Guns, Kyrie Sane, Jeff Cobb. Like literally any of these guys that get released or let go. But Patty, you're the... And here's where I go with Zodiac here. They don't have to do indie stuff. You're right. But who says they don't want to? It's not about having to do it. They can pretty much do whatever the hell they want. And that's more sort of the point. Like, they can pretty much write their own check at this point. And I feel that, you know, we'll see what happens, but... I just got a funny feeling that we'll get him at AEW eventually. And they know that they got everything ready to go. So let them do anything they want right now. For me, I'm more concerned about getting Woods, Chug, Swiss, and Breeze back together. Really disappointed. You know what? That was something that we talked about here as it happened. But as it's been going on, the Darby run has been absolutely fantastic. Like, some of these matches that he's pulling out are just absolutely spectacular. And in the process of 7 days, we're going to get a Kevin Knight Darby match. Saturday, we're getting Pac and Darby. We're doing that rivalry that was absolutely spectacular. And then next Wednesday, we're getting Darby and Okada. Like, do I see it going back to MJF at the pay-per-view? Yeah. You know what? We all used to think that. And I can see your point. And I do understand you care, but I think it's time that we start getting to the point of, you know what? We do want to protect wrestlers from themselves, but there's only so far you can do that, and you do have to trust what they're doing. I like Darby, though. He was Punk's first program back. Yeah, he was. And a lot of people saw things in him. Like, that's why Sting took him as a tag partner. By the way, sorry, it just rolled through here. Thank you for the... Let's do this one more time here because I didn't do it properly. Resident Evil AMC, I know you mentioned it in the chat, but I just wanted to give you your full credit here for becoming a subscriber over on the YouTube channel. But yeah, when it comes to all these wrestlers, we have to trust that they know what they're doing. And if they're going to burn out, like, here's the big thing. If a certain wrestler's going to burn out after a certain number of years, well, I respect what they're doing, but there is enough people here to look at someone else. You can go through a million different stories of what would have been, but let's worry about what is. And just like you said, Mox and Will are just cooking right now. This storyline about how Mox is getting better, and eventually it's going to run into Samoa Joe on the way. Because, well, right now you have Samoa Joe actively trying to recruit Ospreay into his faction, into the Ops. But it just doesn't feel like it's going to happen. Now, our first official entrance of the Guns. And, of course, little Austin's around the back. Really want him to have a long title reign, though. Fair enough. I think we all are, but can you tell times are being cut here tonight? Austin's not even able to get his full entrance in. To watch AEW regular basis. Where's Swerve at? What's he doing? He is starting to get into a feud with Bandito. They've been doing vignettes going back and forth, setting that up. So that very well could be either a double or nothing match, or it could be a Super Card of Honor match coming up on May 15th here, as ROH has their annual major pay-per-view. Well, PLE, I guess, if you have the have my AEW or the ROH channel So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Bandito and Swerve going at it. All depends on where, right? Like, are they going to do it on AEW TV? Are they going to do it on ROH TV? Human centipede suplex getting Mox. I guess Moxley has the thing against centipedes. I like how Claudio just sits on the outside, just lets everybody else look goofy. And then when he comes in the ring, everybody's just going to get wrecked. Oh, nice little double team there by the Bucks. Just a reminder, as we are in the main event, stick around after we're done here over on the Twitch side, as we're going to get it back into Backbreaker Pro here. Oh, there's Garcia with the ultimate heel move. Stop my dive! Stop my dive! Jesus! And the Disco Inferno just sends a spear right through the middle of the heart of Austin there. I got to feel the Guns will probably get the victory here. Just get the momentum back. Oh, here we go. 310 to Yuma. What the hell were you doing there, Austin Gunn? It's like you were staring at a guy that was about to spear you about 5-6 times. So we get to our last picture-in-picture here of the night. Theoretically, of course. I don't think we're going to go too many minutes overtime tonight, so. All in all, look, as a 3-hour block of wrestling, this has been absolutely amazing tonight. Kevin Knight, Darby Allin, and a hell of a title match. Start off tonight, right, with Juice and Moxley right after the tribute to Ted Turner. Thanks to Tony Schiavone and Sting. Statlander and Sheeta slowly starting to make it work together as a team. Oh, I heard a ding ding. It must be the other computer. Sorry. But yeah, just this hasn't felt like 3 hours. That's the best part about it. Like normally it'd be, after 3 hours things go a little nuts here for us here, and it feels like it drags a little bit. Not tonight. Everything seems to be very solid, very put together well. Garcia's just loading up the shots here. I will say AEW has sort of cornered the market on multi-man tags. Like allowing the right amount of crazy while still having it seem like it's an organized match. And also making it try to make sense a little bit too, so. But yeah, you can see just by everybody in the ring here how stacked the tag division is in AEW, regardless of anybody else getting added in, right? Like, I totally feel that, Creed might be the first person that TK goes after more than Kofi, just for the fact that he can help the AEW Games division too. Like, they got to find some way to resurrect some kind of wrestling game out of their company. Because Fight Forever, basically Kenny said that there were too many people that were in control of it that didn't allow it to grow the way it should have. And it showed. Oh, and here we go. This is like drills in school, in wrestling school. So funny, they tried to do the block two other ways, all of a sudden swing around, get the other way. And Moxley's just simply, yeah, it always makes sense. What are you talking about? Colt with a hot tag for the first time since the injury. Man, shades out of his papa right there with that splash. I've always loved that backdrop into a Uranagi. Try to go for a backdrop driver, then all of a sudden swing your hips over to the front and drive them forward just with a Uranagi. Claudio stops the rocker dropper. Austin takes care of Claudio. Colt's got some moxie on him. I love it. There's a clothesline. Matt Jackson doing the Undertaker impression there. All right, this is going to suck. Oh, no way. Matt Jackson gets the double Northern Lights out. Disco's the one that's the legal one there, so. This crowd's doing its best to fire things up. Oh, here we go. Little poetry in motion, as they call it. Well, they don't call it because that's the Hardys' term to call it. You get a kick, and you get a kick, and you just kicked your own teammates. And you get a kick. Just eat a few teeth on that. You'd, of course, would have to be the guy to break that up. Time to clean up this run here. Uh-oh. Oh, God, that had to suck. Austin completely missed the ring going over. Everybody doubling down on each other. And everybody's dead. Gotta love it how they give it a little extra time tonight, but attaboy, Box. Attaboy. Way to cover. It's a Saturday on a Wednesday. Oh, and there's the deal. And Austin gets the victory. Ace Austin. What a hell of a night. Where are my raw dogs at the moment? All right, I hope you guys get an opportunity to check out Fairway to Hell with me here. As they're setting up the card here for Saturday. It's, once again, tonight, just a fantastic card all the way through. Nothing really stood out as being like a sore point tonight. The only thing that happened is like a couple of the promos went a little long, so time started to get cut a little bit near the end of each show. Oh, fuck. Now we got another 10-man tag next Wednesday. The Dogs, FTR, and Ciampa versus CNC Wrestling Factory, Orange, and the Bucks. Why wouldn't you bring in 3 of the conglomeration? I guess you want more Buck involvement, which more bang for your buck is always, I guess, a good thing, right? But yeah, hell of a fun night of wrestling here, and it's been great hanging out with all of you here tonight. For those watching over on the old YouTube, pop over to twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. We're going to get going with Backbreaker Pro Wrestling here in about, probably around 5 minutes time here. I said start time's around 11:15 Eastern. We should be pretty close to that. I'm not going to say we're going to be exact, but we're going to do our best. But next time we're going to be live on YouTube is on Saturday for Fairway to Hell. Check out the... I'll try and get a preview or a channel page set up for it here over the next day or so here. But once again, everybody, thank you for being here. And yeah, we're going to wrap it up here over on the YouTube side. Once again, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Tell all your friends. And we will see y'all here next time over on the Backbreaker Video YouTube channel. Take care.